Well, okay, don't tell me their names. Tell me some of the goals you
So,
have
like, to
against
submit-
certain
so-
training partners.
Certain training partners, there's one in particular that my goal is to submit this person 3 times in a 5-minute round.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
And there's another one that I've recently achieved this goal is to submit them once, and I was able to do that. And then I have other training partners like yourself. I have your on my fucking list of goals is
pass his guard and get applauded.
get a standing ovation. Was that this episode?
No,
last episode. Yeah, last
Kieran
episode.
had a dream where he passed my guard and then the whole class stopped and stood up and gave him a round of applause.
I expect that to happen, by the way. So no, and for you, it's to get through one 5-minute round without being submitted. But I mean, that has happened before, I think, but you were letting it happen, obviously.
Like I've spoken before about how I train in different ways depending if I feel that student needs some smash, do they need room to work? Am I giving them stuff to then see where they can go with it? You know, like, but all of those different approaches from my side only work if the student is training with me properly, that they're not then looking at it as me giving them stuff. So they're not, they're not going to take it like, but so I get what you mean. Your goal is
without you giving it, I want to last the round with where you're frustrated that you couldn't submit me. That's probably going to be a while. Same with Joey. I have one for him. And I have also a goal to
the same goal.
Yeah, the same goal. Yeah. And I also have a goal to legitimately tap purple belt.
Yep. Good goals. Yep.
Yeah. And then obviously every time I go into a role with someone on at the time, then I set a mini mental goal. But those goals are like written down, like when I achieve them, cross them out, which I have crossed out a couple. Which I mean, fuck, it may be narcissistic, but it's a way for me to keep progress against the same people.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that you told me to do a little while ago, but I just took it a step further and wrote them down.
Yeah, like because you've got to set goals against individual training partners because that, training partner A, we'll do it the same as weightlifting. Training partner A, he might be your squat rack. So the same as with a squat rack, you'll have a goal that you want to be able to squat whatever weight, or you want to be able to squat whatever weight for whatever many reps, and then training partner B might be your pull-ups. You have a goal of how many pull-ups you want to do that you're working towards, so training partner B is to, to pass them or not get swept or whatever it is, right? You've got to have goals against those same training partners.
Yep, agreed.
One that I'm quite frequently criticize myself on that is quite funny, frustrates me a lot is my student Aaron. So Az is a purple belt, and there's a massive weight difference between Az and I, right? Az is probably with my quarantine body, Az would be like 30 kilos lighter than me.
Yep.
There's a big weight difference between me and Az and a height difference, right? As well as him being a purple belt and me a black belt. But man, when Az turns it on, he's no slouch despite despite the size difference. And there's times when he just frustrates me so much because because it's whatever I'm trying to do is incredibly difficult to do because of his competency, right? So whatever, maybe I've passed him and I'm trying to submit him from side control or what have you, and he's just making it so hard for me, as he should be. He's not doing anything wrong. And often after the rolls, I'm just like, I turn to him, I'm like, F you, Az, man. Oh, like you piss me off so much. I was like, and I've said to him multiple times, because there's times I've rolled with Az, lots of times I've rolled with him. And after the roll, the look on his face looks like he's just been physically assaulted and bashed, right? And don't take this as me not being a nice person. I train with every student and training partner appropriately. And Az would vouch for this, because if he doesn't, but and I say to him, I was like, man, that when it's a role where you feel like I've just absolutely beat the crap out of you, it's because I need to, because you're pushing me so hard that you're pushing me into the realm of like a competition role, because I can't play with you anymore, right? Like it's almost like the harder I smash you, it's like it means the better you're getting, but then sometimes me as an individual, like I'm super harsh on myself. I'm like, I'm not happy that it's that hard for me. As an instructor, I'm always happy for the improvement of my students, but as an individual competitor, Az is a great example of how I'll often be super unhappy with myself for how difficult it was to submit him or whatever I'm working on.
Yeah.
Always critique myself with Az. Oh, I get so angry. And then Az isn't happy either. He just gets smashed, you know? But
yeah. There's a few like blue belts and white belts that I have that sort of relationship with. Not like in your position, probably in Az's position, but there's a few, you know, white belts that started very similar time to me, or maybe a little bit before, and a couple blue belts as well that I have really tough roles with. And yeah, after it, you're just beating yourself up a little bit, like, fuck, I really could have got that submission, or fuck, I shouldn't have let myself get in that position there. And
like even if you win, you're not happy.
Yeah, and that's that self-critique. Or maybe you finish the role in a winning position, but you weren't able to get the sub or whatever it is. And that links back to how self-critique and being your own worst critic can make you better if you frame it in a positive way.